Step 4 is all about reducing debt. It's time to get busy with the debt snowball. Are you thinking, oh great, now what are they talking about? It's okay, we'll explain. Our team has found huge success in utilizing the debt reduction system created by Mr. Dave Ramsey, which he calls the snowball method. It's actually quite simple. Review your credit report provided to you by your Healthy Lending Mortgage Advisor. If you have any private loans owed to someone that are not reported on your credit, please make note of those as well. Gather up all your credit cards. Wait for it. Cut them up. Yep, you will not need those anymore, we promise. You can utilize your debit card and or your checking account in the same way that you used your credit card. You also need to call and close out those credit card accounts. Cutting up credit cards will help you resist the urge to use them. A debit card can be utilized like a credit card with one difference. You can only spend what you have. If you try to spend more, it won't allow you to. Now, what happens if your monthly payments add up to more than what you have in your account? We will go into more detail. However, this is when it becomes super important to cut any expenses that you can. Sell items or pick up an additional job. Breathe. It's going to be okay, we promise. Now for the fun part. Line up your debt from smallest to biggest. Start paying off your smallest debt first until it is paid in full. Once paid off, celebrate. Way to go, you're doing it. Then immediately start applying that next debt's payment towards your next smallest debt. Starting with the smallest debt first is important. And here's why. If you start paying on that big student loan first, and it's the largest debt, you won't get rid of it for a while. You'll see numbers going down on the balance, but pretty soon you'll lose steam and stop paying extra. Why? Because it's taking forever to get a win, and you'll still have all those other small annoying debts hanging around. But when you ditch the smallest debt first, you see progress and you see it quick. That debt is out of your life forever. The second debt will soon follow, and then the next and the next. Suddenly, you're putting hundreds of dollars a month towards your debts instead of small increments of minimum payments. When you see your snowball actually working, you'll be more likely to stick to it. The next thing you know, you'll be screaming, "I'm debt-free" in no time. Continue in this manner until all your debts are paid off. You'll also want to think about what else you can do to pay off your debt more quickly. What do you have to sell? Quads, boats, a vehicle, furniture, toys, clothes, handmade goods? Literally anything's on the table at this point. You will really need to assess what is important to you and your family. You can downsize where you're living, move in with family, bring in a roommate for the short term. Although it may not be the most ideal to move back in with parents or have that roommate, those kinds of decisions will make a large impact in the long run. Becoming debt-free requires humility and making sacrifices. Can you pick up a side hustle for additional sources of income? For example, I taught a tech class after work for that additional income. Also, moved back in with my parents for a season, but it's just a season. Firefighters or contractors might be laid off in the winter, and there's something that they could be doing during that period for extra income. What could you be doing? Other examples could be tutoring, which is what Courtney did, handyman work, weed eating, mowing lawns, bartending, babysitting, data entry, house cleaning. The possibilities are endless. The intensity of how you want to approach this step will ultimately be up to you. We know this is difficult and can feel daunting. We promise you, it works. I've seen it work. The hardest part is getting started. As Dave Ramsey says, the debt snowball works because it's all about changing your behavior. You don't have to hold a math degree or have gone to business school to beat debt. HOPE has more to do with this equation than math ever will. Winning with money is 80% behavior and only 20% head knowledge. If you can get that person in the mirror to change their habits, there's no stopping you.